In this tutorial, I will show you how to make a granny square canvas zipper bag. I found this black canvas zipper bag at Hobby Lobby, and as someone who's not familiar with adding a zipper to projects or sewing in general, I thought this was a great hack for making a crochet zipper bag. You can use any yarn that you'd like. Scrap yarn is great for this project. You just want to make sure you have a main color to work with. Use whatever appropriate hook size you need. I'm using a 4-weight cotton yarn, so I'm working with a 4mm hook. You'll also need scissors, a darning needle, a canvas zipper bag, thread, and a sewing needle. Stitches used are the magic ring, double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and slip stitch. This tutorial also features the continuous join as you go method. To begin this project, you'll first make some 2 round granny squares. We'll be making several of these, and exactly how many we'll need we'll figure out later. For round 1, make a magic ring and chain 3. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet. You'll work 2 double crochet in the magic ring, 1, 2, chain 2, work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and repeat that 2 more times, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2. So now we have 4 3 double crochet clusters in that magic ring. You ended on a chain 2, so you'll pull the ring tight and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 to join. You can cut your yarn and weave in your ends. Grab your next color of yarn and attach this new yarn in any chain 2 space. Chain 3, and in that same chain space, work 2 double crochet. That's 1, 2, chain 2, and work 3 double crochet in that same chain space. This creates 1 complete corner. In the next chain space, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and repeat this for each of the corners. That's corner number 2. That's corner number 3. And that's corner number 4. To join, work a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 to join. Now you can cut your yarn and weave in your ends. Next up, we are going to determine how many granny squares we will need to make. I suggest having a few completed 2-round granny squares, or even a sample granny square that has 3 rounds. So measure your zipper pouch. Mine comes out to just about 10 inches. And then if you have your granny squares, you can place them on the zipper pouch. I actually have a sample one that I had made with 3 rounds, but that's not necessary. You can just use your 2 round and space them kind of evenly to see how many would fit on one side. My 3-round granny square is about 2.5 inches wide, so I know that I'm going to need 4 granny squares across the side. Do some math, figure out how many granny squares you're going to need, lay them out like you want, and I'll meet you back to begin joining the granny squares. To begin our continuous join as you go, you are going to start at the bottom right corner, work your way all the way across the bottom, up, and all the way across the top. For this first square and the next squares in the first round, we will only be working 3 sides of the square. Grab your bottom right square and attach your main yarn in any corner, chain 3, and work 2 double crochet in that corner. Next, work 3 double crochet between the clusters from round 2. In the corner, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Next, work 3 double crochet between the clusters from round 2. In the corner, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Next, work 3 double crochet between the clusters from round 2. In this next corner, we're only going to work 3 double crochet and chain 1. And we'll leave this last side unworked. We'll go to our next square and attach in any corner with a double crochet. And then work 2 more double crochet in that same corner space. Next, position your 2 squares as such. Now these are actually going to be attached like this right here. And then slip stitch between the clusters in square 1, inserting your hook from the front to the back, pulling up a loop and working a slip stitch. Next, work 3 double crochet between the clusters in square 2, then slip stitch back into that square 1 space between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet into the square 2 corner. Work a slip stitch into the square 1 corner. Chain 1 and then work 3 double crochet in the square 2 corner to complete that corner. Continue with 3 double crochet between the clusters. And 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the next corner. Again, with this square, we are only going to be working 3 sides. So after this corner, you'll work 3 double crochet between the clusters. And in this next corner, work 3 double crochet and chain 1. Do not finish this corner. Next, we'll be attaching this third square the same exact way we attached our second square. So attach it with a double crochet in any corner, plus 2 more double crochet in that same corner space. Rotate your squares like this and work a slip stitch into the space between clusters in square 2. Then work 3 double crochet between clusters in square 3. Slip stitch into square 2 between clusters. Work 3 double crochet into square 3 corner. Slip stitch into square 2 corner, then chain 1 and work 3 double crochet into the square 3 corner. Work 3 double crochet between clusters. Then in the next corner, work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Work 3 double crochets between clusters. And last, work 3 double crochet and chain 1 in that corner space. Continue this pattern all the way across the bottom row, but stop when you get to that last square. Now I am at square number 8, and I'll attach this square the same way I've attached the previous squares, by attaching with a double crochet in any corner plus 2 more double crochet. Slip stitch into square 7 between the clusters, then work 3 double crochet between clusters in square 8. Slip stitch into square 7 between clusters, and 3 double crochet into the square 8 corner. Slip stitch into the square 7 corner, chain 1, and work 3 double crochet into the square 8 corner. Now for this square, we are only going to be finishing 2 sides of our work. So work your 3 double crochet between clusters like normal, but in this next corner, only work 3 double crochet and chain 1. Next up, we will work square number 9. This is the square directly above square number 8. Attach square 9 with a double crochet in any corner. Then work 2 double crochet in that same corner. Rotate your work and work a slip stitch into square 8 between the clusters. Next, work 3 double crochet between the clusters in square 9. Then work a slip stitch into the square 8 between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet into the square 9 corner. And slip stitch into the square 8 corner. Then chain 1 and work 3 double crochet in the square 9 corner. Work 3 double crochet between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet and chain 1. For this square, we are also only working 2 sides. Unfortunately, while I was filming, I messed up while filming square 10, but I did film square 11 and it is attached the exact same way, so that is what I will be showing you. Here's what square 10 finished looks like. So as you can see, square 10 is attached to both square 9 and square 7. As I show you square 11, you'll see that 11 is attached to square 10 and 6. So the same way we've been attaching, attach with a double crochet in any corner, plus add 2 more double crochet. Then work a slip stitch into the square 10 between the clusters, and 3 double crochet between clusters in square 11. Remember, for you, it will be square 9 and 10. Next, work a slip stitch into square 10 between clusters, and then 3 double crochet into the square 11 corner. Now this is where it gets a little different. First, you'll slip stitch into the square 10 corner, or the previous square corner. And then you'll slip stitch into the square 6 corner, which is in the square above. This counts as your chain 2. So next you'll work 3 double crochet in the square 11 corner. Then you'll slip stitch into square 6 between the clusters. 3 double crochet between clusters in square 11, and slip stitch into square 6 between the clusters. Then 3 double crochet in the square 11 corner, and slip stitch into the square 6 corner, chain 1, then work 3 double crochet in the square 11 corner. Finish off this side with the 3 double crochets in between clusters, and 3 double crochet and chain 1 in the corner space. Repeat for the remaining squares, and I'll meet you at your final square. Now we're ready to attach our final square. So attach square 16 with a double crochet in any corner, and then work 2 more double crochet in that same corner. Then slip stitch into square 15 between clusters and work 3 double crochet between clusters in square 16. Slip stitch into square 15 between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet into the square 16 corner. Slip stitch into the square 15 corner, and then into the square 1 corner. And work 3 double crochet to complete that square 16 corner. Slip stitch into square 1 between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet between clusters in square 16. A slip stitch into square 1 between clusters. Then work 3 double crochet in the square 16 corner. Slip stitch into the square 1 corner, chain 1, and work 3 double crochet in the square 16 corner. Then 3 double crochet between clusters. And 3 double crochet, chain 2 in the corner. So the top and bottom are now joined together. We're going to finish off this top edge right here, and I'll meet you at the corner. First, finish the corner by working 3 double crochet. Then between the clusters, work 3 double crochet. And in the corner, work 3 double crochet. Then instead of chaining 2, you'll chain 1, then slip stitch right here between those clusters, chain 1, and work 3 double crochet in the next corner. You'll repeat this pattern again, working 3 double crochet in between the clusters, then working 3 double crochet in the corner, chain 1, slip stitch in between those clusters, chain 1, and 3 double crochet in the next corner. So you'll repeat this all the way across until you reach this top left corner. I've completed the top edge. I'm going to check the sizing to see how it fits. And it looks like it is going to fit just perfect. So now I will show you how to crochet these 2 sides together. So if you haven't already, work 3 double crochet in that top corner. And chain 1. Next, find the opposite corner and slip stitch. Then finish off that corner, that first corner, with 3 double crochets. And slip stitch between clusters on the opposite side. And work 3 double crochet between clusters. And slip stitch between clusters on the opposite side. Work 3 double crochet in the corner. Then slip stitch into the opposite corner. Slip stitch between clusters on the first side, and then slip stitch into the opposite corner diagonal from where you're at right now, right there. Then chain 1 and work 3 double crochet in that very next corner. Slip stitch between clusters on the opposite side, work 3 double crochet between the clusters, slip stitch between clusters on the opposite side, and 3 double crochet in this last corner. Now you're not going to connect over here just yet. You'll do that at the very end. So work chain 2 and 3 double crochet to finish off that corner. Now at this point you are going to repeat that same pattern from the opposite side all the way across, and I'll meet you at the very end. So here we are at the end. Work 3 double crochet in between clusters. Then in the corner you'll work 3 double crochet. Chain 1, slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and then slip stitch into that next corner to join. At this point, go ahead and check the fit, check the size, and then you'll also want to measure how much of the canvas bag still shows. The first thing we'll add is with the same yarn is just a single crochet around. So we'll chain 1 and then work a single crochet in each stitch and each corner around. Once you reach the end, then you'll slip stitch to the first single crochet to join. Now you can cut your yarn and weave in your ends. Next, we'll add a few rounds of half double crochet in various colors. So attach your yarn at the side seam, chain 1, and work a half double crochet in each stitch around. once you've made it to the end, you'll slip stitch to the first half double crochet to join. Continue with rounds of half double crochet until you've reached the height you need to reach. Turn your work inside out, and we will close up the bottom. First, attach your yarn in both corners of the side seam with a slip stitch. Then single crochet all the way across, making sure you go under all loops from both sides. And here it is with the right side facing out. Weave in all of your ends, and then you are ready to sew it to your canvas bag. This concludes our tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on social media. Bye!